I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my report for you, Leo, for the week of April the 3rd. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on. There's certainly an action-packed week. There's a lot of retrograde this month. I will have my monthly report up on the website. There's the address again, jenniferangel.com. By the 1st, anyway. So go and check that out. And so right now Venus is retrograde still. She does move back into the sign before the next sign back, and that's Pisces. For you, that's going to make it a little easier for monetary matters, intimacy matters on a personal level of just sharing how you feel with somebody. It is retrograde, so somebody from the past could come back into your life, or you could contact them and solve a situation or get some closure on a situation, particularly of an intimacy level. Now, Jupiter is retrograde still. There is an opposition between the Sun and Jupiter, and that's really prompting you to have a discussion with somebody about your plans, particularly your long-range plans, and stay open to what comes next. Certainly you have strong ideas about what you want to do, Leo, but you want to have a little bit of flexibility as well, okay? Then midweek Saturn will go retrograde. This is in your area of creativity and around home and children. So if there is a square between Venus and Saturn, and also square between the Sun and Pluto. So it's going to be about your day-to-day business, your creativity, and your planning. So if things don't, let's face it, sometimes things don't go as planned, but that doesn't mean to say that they can't actually work out to be better. All right, so try not to close yourself off to any one scenario that's possible or likely to happen during this time, because you know what, all sorts of things can take place now. It's a time of change. We've got so much retrograde sort of happening and going on that it does sort of push you out of your comfort zone in one sense, but it pulls you back in another sense to give you some thinking time. So if you feel like you are moving forward, two forward and one back, or vice versa, then just think of it as, rather than get annoyed at that, try and think of it as, well, you know what, this gives me time to really get things into place. However, this week, the more that you can initiate and put into place this week, whether it's on your personal or professional business, the better, okay? Because it's a week of action, particularly with Mars and Pluto, very favorable trine. Mars and communication planet Mercury, and let's come back to Mercury, but they're both in your career zone now. So the Mars and Pluto interaction is so very powerful and so very positive that you can really push things forward. There is like a Sun and Pluto square as well, so that's a little bit of stubbornness coming in there and a power play. So stand your ground certainly, but be flexible as well. Mercury is going to go retrograde. Yes, we're under Mercury retrograde again. Not my most favorite transit, but it does happen 3 or so times a year. It is going to go retrograde the end of this week, over the next weekend, in your career zone. So another reason to really just at the start of the week, get as much done, be as productive as you can about making things happen, putting them into action. And as I said, this is to do with your, it seems mainly to do with your business life, but there's also some personal stuff there too, okay? All right, so love and luck to you. Please go along and have a look at my website and scroll right down to the bottom, if you wouldn't mind, and click my social network icons. Trying to build that base at the moment, my subscription base, and I'd appreciate if you could give me some help and support there. It's sort of a bit hidden down there. I got to figure out how to get them up at the top. I mightn't be able to with that template, but anyway. All right, so have a great week, and I'll see you next week, okay? Bye for now.